Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunattu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Boliye Shri Chinmaya Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Har Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara Mahadeva. Om Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasishtaya Namo Namaha. Om Vasudevasutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om. Welcome to this 45th episode of Srimad Bhagavad Gita through the eyes of Bhagavan Sri Shankaracharya of his Shankara Bhashyam. We are now stepping into the 9th chapter in the Bhakti Yoga part of the middle part of the Bhagavad Gita from chapter 7 to 12, which is Bhakti Yoga. We are into the 9th chapter. In the 8th chapter of Akshara Brahma Yoga, we saw how Krama Mukti or attaining liberation through the path of the Surya Yana, the solar path or the bright path of how we should live our life at the time of death, thinking about the Omkara between the eyebrows and then reaching to the path of no return through the solar path. And if it is a lunar path, we come back to be born again on this earth. In this 9th chapter, Bhagavan Shri Krishna says, "You are my dear friend Arjuna, so I am going to teach this royal knowledge and the secret knowledge, Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya." Raja Vidya means the royal knowledge. What is this Raja Vidya? Brahma Vidya. That knowledge which shines through is the royal knowledge. And Raja Guhya is, even though it shines through everywhere, it is present everywhere, we do not realize it unless it is pointed out to us. It's a secret, Raja Guhya. So it is this chapter we are going to look into the next 5 days or so. Let us see, as Ishvara wishes, as Bhagavan Shri Krishna wishes, we will go through the verses. So Bhagavan Sri Adisankaracharya begins with Ashtame Nadi Dwarena Dharana Yogaha Sagunaha Uktaha. So Saguna Upasana of Omkara through the Nadi Dwara. Nadi Dwara means there are 3 main nadis or channels of energy, the Ida, Pingala and the Sushumna. Here the Sushumna is the central nadi, the core nadi that connects the earth and the heaven through our head and through the central part of the body in the central nervous system. Through that nadi, how to keep the spine erect, relax, how to keep the head erect and eyes closed, contemplate between the eyebrows, and then raise the sound of Om. And as we raise the sound of Om, the energy rises up through the Sushumna Nadi to the central fontanel, the center part, through which when the life departs, the path is straight. It is a royal highway to the final destination, never to return back to this earth of this place of transmigration, of birth and death, and sorrow and joy, joy and sorrow, dualities, difficulties, pain, suffering, well-being, alternatingly. So now in this chapter, tasya cha phalam agnyarchiradi kramena kalantare brahma prapti rakshanam eva anavrutti rupam nirdishtam. So the way to attain the Brahman without returning back to this world was shown in chapter 8. Tatra, in this chapter, anena eva prakarena moksha prapti phalam adhigamyate na anyatha iti tad ashankya vivritsaya. So in this chapter, this is the way we will achieve moksha, and there is no other way. Then if there is a doubt that way, that is the previous part of the Krama Mukti, is that only the way to attain moksha? Is there any other way? What is the other way? The royal path, the royal secret that is being spoken of in this chapter. Shri Bhagavanuvacha idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshamyanasuyave jnanam vijnana sahitam yajñatva mokshase shubhat. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Shri Bhagavan said, idam tu te guhyatamam. In this way, for you, Arjuna, guhyatamam. Guhyataram, guhyam, guhyataram, guhyatamam. Guhyam means secret. Guhyataram means a higher order of secret. Guhyatamam is the greatest order of secret, which nobody gets to listen to. Guhyatamam, pravakshyami. I am clearly telling you. Prakarshena vakshyami. I am clearly spelling it out to you, Arjuna. Why am I doing this for you? Because you are anasuyave. You have no jealousy in your heart. You are very content with what you have and what you aspire for. And because you have that state of no jealousy in your heart, I am giving you this secret. The secret was not given to Duryodhana. The secret was not given to Dushasana. The secret was not given to any other Kauravas in the battlefield. But I am giving it to you because you are anasuya. Asuya means jealousy. Anasuya means no jealousy. Jealousy means I have something and somebody else has something else which I don't have, and I want that which that person has. So that is jealousy, and Arjuna doesn't have that. So he is becoming fit for this knowledge. What is the knowledge? The royal path. The path where Brahma Vidya shines through. Raja also means king. Raja also means that which shines. Rajate anena iti rajaha. Jnanam vijnana sahitam. I will give you the knowledge of this Brahma Vidya, and I will give you the vijnana, the application of Brahma Vidya, the application of this knowledge in your day-to-day life. Vijnana sahitam. Why am I giving you? Yat jnatva, by knowing that moksha se ashubhat. One person is freed of all the impurities of mind. What are the impurities of mind? That which has kama, that which has desire, that which has krodha, hatred, that which has lobha or greed, that which has moha or delusion, that which has arrogance, mada, or that which has jealousy, matsarya. Somebody is much higher than me, I want to be in that place. That is matsaraha. Like feeling very sad or feeling very depressed that somebody is going faster and higher than me. You don't have all these qualities. So I am giving you Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yat Jnatva Mokshase. You will be freed from all these qualities and more qualities that may gather, which are all Ashubha, which does not Shubha Shubhabhyam Margabhyam, says the Yoga Vasishta. The path is Shubha Vasana and Ashubha Vasana. The Shubha Vasana is all the pure Vasanas that take us to the truth, that take us to the path of liberation, that takes us to the self. Ashubha Vasanas are those Vasanas which keeps us attached to the world of objects, names, forms and qualities. So, all the Ashubha Vasanas will go away when you get this jnana. Jnana means thought form. Vijnana means the material application, the substance of the whole jnana is vijnana, with which you can apply it in this world. By understanding it, we can express it in this world and we can do our sadhana through which we attain liberation. So Bhagavan Adisankaracharya says, Idam Brahmajnanam Vakshamanam Uktam. Here I talk about Brahmajnana Vakshamanam. That Brahmajnana cha Purveshu Adhyayeshu. In the previous Adhyaya, Tat Buddhau Sannidhi Kritya Idam Iti Aha. Whatever has been told in the previous chapters, that Brahmajnana is being placed here in front of you, Arjuna. And I am going to talk about this Brahmajnana, this Jnana, Tu Shabdaha Vishesha Nirdharana Arthaha. Tu is to bring our attention. Idam tu te. Tu means this indeed. I am bringing it to your attention, this Brahmajnana. Let's pay attention to it. Idam eva samyak jnanam sakshat moksha prapti sadhanam. This idam, this alone, this Brahmajnana alone is the knowledge of clarity, is the knowledge of the truth, the knowledge that takes you to the path of moksha. Vasudevaha sarvamiti atmaivedam jagat atmaivedam sarvam ekameva advitiyam. There are so many statements in the Upanishads. Vasudevaha sarvamiti. Whatever is there, everything is that Vasudeva. This knowledge is Brahma Vidya. Then Atma eva idam sarvam. Whatever is everything in this universe is the self alone. That is Brahma Vidya. Ekameva advitiyam. That Brahma Vidya is one alone. There is no duality in that. There is only one Brahman. Whatever is present everywhere without any kind of a difference, without any kind of a gap. This knowledge of the Brahman is present everywhere. That is Brahma Vidya. Atha ye anyatha ataha viduhu rajanaha te kshayaloka bhavanti ityadi shrutibhyaha. If you know something else other than this Brahmajnana, then you will go to other lokas where you will, all your sins, all your good actions, when they come to an end, then you have to come back to the world to be reborn again. Just like when you go to a foreign country, you can stay only up to the period of your visa and only up till you have money with you. If money is over and visa period is over, automatically we will be sent back to our country. We cannot afford to stay longer there. So the currency for Swarga Loka and other lokas is our punya. And when we go there, we will automatically begin to exhaust our punya. Like in foreign countries, when you go, you can only spend your money. You cannot go there, work and earn money. For earning punya, you have to come to this bhuloka. You cannot earn punya in Swarga Loka. So in the same way, when the punya is over, when the punya is spent completely, we return to bhuloka. Kim tat jnanam, kim vishishtam, vijnana sahitam, anubhava yuktam. What is this jnanam? What is this knowledge? And what is this vijnana sahitam means? what is Vijnana or its application or the experience of that knowledge. It is not only knowledge, it is experiencing that Brahman within, that Atman within. So that is Yat Jnanam Nyatva Prapya Mokshase Ashubhat. What is this Jnanam? Which is Anubhava Yuktam, which can be experienced. If I get this knowledge, experiencing a knowledge means I know Tokyo is the capital of Japan, and I know there is a city called Tokyo in Japan. This is just knowledge. But when I take a flight and I go to Tokyo and I walk through the streets of Tokyo and I experience Tokyo, that is Vijnanam. In the same way, Brahman also can be experienced. Vijnanam, when you experience Brahman, what happens? Mokshase Ashubhat, Samsara Bandhanat. I become free of all Ashubha. Ashubha means all impurities. And what are these impurities? That which keep me bound to samsara. Samsara means that which keeps changing and modifying all the time. Tattacha Rajavidya Rajaguhyam the next verse. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitramidamuttamam Pratyakshaavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. So this Rajavidya, the royal knowledge, Rajaguhyam, the royal secret. What is this royal knowledge and royal secret? Brahma Vidya, the knowledge of the Brahman. Pavitram, it is supreme, it is pure. Idam, this knowledge. Uttamam, Uttamam means there's nothing more than that. That is the best knowledge that you can ever have. Uttama Purushastu Anyaha. There is this Uttama Purusha. In grammar, Sanskrit grammar, you have Saha is Prathama Purushaha. That man, Sa, that woman, Tat, that object, Prathama Purushaha. Then you have Madhyama Purushaha, yourself, you, Bhavan, Bhavati, yourself, standing in front of you. And who is the Uttama Purushaha? The one who is recognizing the Prathama Purusha, the one who is recognizing the Madhyama Purusha is the best, because if this person is not there, it is not even Uttara, it is Uttama, the highest. If this person, this I is not there, you cannot recognize the Madhyama Purusha, you cannot recognize the person before you, and you cannot recognize the person far away from you also. So, Uttama, Pavitram idam Uttamam, the best among all best. Pratyaksha Avagamam. That is what is experience, what can be experienced by the sense organs. There is Pratyaksha means the mind also, the Antakarana, the Manas, the Buddhi, the Chitta and the Ahankara, what can be experienced through the organs of perception in the mind. Prati Aksha, Aksham Prati means before one's eyes, meaning as one's thoughts, which we can see, as one's feelings, as one's emotions, as one's experiences. Pratyaksha Avagamam, Dharmyam, this knowledge, this knowledge is different from what can be experienced by our own eyes. So what we can see, hear, taste, smell and touch, we don't need an Ishvara to come and tell us. We don't need a guru to come and tell us that we can see the door, we can see wood, we can see earth, we can see sunshine, we can see the sun, we can see the moon, we can see water, we can see fire, we can feel air, we can experience space, all that we can see. But something that we cannot see, Dharmyam, Susukham. It is very easy. Kartum Avyayam. Kartum. It is very easy to understand, very easy to experience with this knowledge. Kartum Avyayam. Raja Vidya, Vidyanam Raja, Deepyati Shayatvat, Deepti Ati Shayatvat. What is this Raja Vidya? Bhagavan Shankara says, Vidyanam Raja, the king of all knowledge, Deepti Atishayam, extreme brilliance this shines, this Brahma Vidya is even this word Akasha or space, we are thinking it is empty. The space is actually full with light. That is why it has got the name Akasha. Kashr Deeptau. That which shines is Akasha. So Deepyate iyam atishayena Brahma Vidya Sarva Vidyana. Among all knowledge, among all forms of knowledge, among all subjects of knowledge, this Brahma Vidya shines the greatest because it is the ultimate knowledge. Tatha Rajaguhyam Guhyanam Raja Pavitram Pavanam Idam Uttamam Sarvesham Pavananam Shuddhikaranam Idam Brahmajnanam Utkrishtatamam. Among everything that can purify, this Brahmajnana is the greatest. So that is why Pavitram, the word Pavitra is used. Pavitra is making something pure, purifying something. Aneka janma sahasra sanchitam api dharma adharmadi samulam karma kshanamatraat bhasmi karoti yataha ataha kim tasya pavanatvam vaktavyam. What needs to be said about the purificatory power of this Brahma Vidya, which can destroy in a moment, it can turn to ashes in a moment. What can it turn into ashes? Aneka janma sahasra sanchitam. Thousands and thousands of numerous janmas we have taken. Api dharma adharmadi samulam karma. All our thoughts, all our feelings, all our emotions that we have collected over crores and crores of lifetimes that we have lived. Samulam karma, both good actions as well as bad actions. Good actions means which give us joyful results. Bad actions means which give us sorrowful results. Samulam karma kshanamatraat bhasmi karoti yataha ataha kim tasya pavanatvam vaktavyam. What needs to be said more about the purificatory nature of this Brahma Vidya? Kimcha pratyaksha avagamam pratyakshena sukhadehe iva avagamaha yasya tat pratyaksha avagamam. Pratyakshena, like how we experience joy and sorrow, sukha adi, how we experience directly joy and sorrow, in the same way we can have the experience of Brahman, iva avagamaha. In the same way we can understand that Brahman, yasya tat pratyaksha avagamam, prati aksham prati. Just like aksham prati means not exactly the eyes, just like through the mind, we can experience the thoughts we have, we can experience our breath, we can experience our feelings, we can experience our emotions, we can experience the sensations in the body. In the same way, we can experience Brahman through our understanding. It is not a physical experience, it is an experience of understanding. Aneka gunavataha api dharma viruddhatvam drishtam na tatha atmajnanam dharma virodhi kintu dharmyam dharmat anapetam. When there are many qualities in an object, it is against dharma, means there is not one single quality, there are many qualities. But Atma Jnana, the knowledge of the self, it is not different from dharma because it is one quality alone, which is the self. It is as it exists as dharma, the swadharma or swabhava. Evam api syat दुस्संपाद्यम इति अतः आह सुसुखम कर्तुम यथा रत्न विवेक विज्ञानम. Just like how we can show different gems by pointing out that this is a ruby, this is an emerald, this is green in color, this is a diamond, it is cut with multifaceted and it is bright white in color. We can point out the different gems, topaz or what is other? Many crystals are there, ratna or this coral, precious gems and stones. We can identify them and show them differently. Evam api syat dussampadhyam iti ataha. This Brahma Vidya is dussampadhyam. It is very difficult to earn that knowledge. And so therefore, susukam kartum yatha. This knowledge that I'm going to teach you will make it easy for you to understand that reality, to experience that reality, just as you experience joy and sorrow and other feelings. In the same way, you can experience Brahman. Tatra alpayasanam karmanam sukham sampadyanam alpaphalatvam dushkaranam cha mahaphalatvam drishtam iti idam tu sukha sampadhyatvat phalakshayadi vyeti iti praptam ata aha. So it can be understood that if you want to have everlasting results, you have to work very hard and big results. But if you get something small, you don't need to work so hard. Suppose we understand in this manner, the actions that give us little pleasure are small karmas, and the actions that give us great pleasure are big karma. So, if since this Atma Jnana can also give us joy, will it also be, will the results of the action also die away like the results that we get by doing some action? No. Avyayam na asya phalataha karmavat vyayaha asti iti avyayam. This knowledge of the self is called avyayam, meaning it cannot be expended, it cannot go away, it cannot be diminished in its quantity. It is not about like the karma phala. When you do an action, you get a result. That result is limited by the extent to which we put in effort to the action. This Brahma Vidya is not like that. It is everlasting. Its results are everlasting. Avyayam ataha shraddheyam atma jnanam. So pay attention to that knowledge of the self. Have faith that knowing the self will give you everlasting happiness, everlasting experience of bliss. Ye punaha. So who are those people? Furthermore, ashraddadhana purusha dharmasyasya parantapam aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. Ashraddadhanaha. People who are not having faith, not having the belief that there is something called this Brahman, and if I know this Brahman, all my troubles will be ended once and for all. All my actions of the past that are yielding results, good and bad, that will give me samsara, will be burnt away by this knowledge of the Brahman. If they don't have faith in this, dharmasya asya parantapa. If they don't have faith in this dharma, aprapya mam, they do not reach me. They do not reach the Brahman. They do not reach that gati. Nivartante, they come back. If they don't reach, what happens? Nivartante, mrityu samsara vartmani. They come back into this earth, into the path of rebirth, into this world of samsara, of change, sorrow, joy, life, death, and the suffering and sorrow in between also. Ashraddadhanaha shraddha virahitaha. People who do not have belief that yes, if according to the Shastras, I go and seek a guru and I follow this sadhana, I follow this path, I hear about the Brahma Vidya, I contemplate on the Brahma Vidya and I meditate on the Brahma Vidya, Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, and I cultivate the 4 qualities of Sadhana Chatushtaya, which makes me fit to learn this knowledge, which is 1 minute. Viveka, Vairagya, Viveka is discriminating between who am I and what I am not. Vairagya is withdrawing from whatever that I am not. Then Shamadi Shatka Sampatihi. Shama, Dama, Uparamaha, Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. 6 qualities of Shama and all that. And then Mumukshutvam. Mumukshutvam Cheti means the desire for liberation. So if I don't have faith in this means jnana prajnanasya dharmasya asya swarupe tat phale cha nastikaha papakarinaha asuranam upanisham dehamatra atma. Who are the people who will not have faith? They are na astikaha. People who say there is nothing else other than what you can see, hear, taste, smell, and touch. They are called nastikas. They do not rely on the words of the Vedas, which point out about the supreme truth, heaven, swarga, naraka, and other things. They do not believe in that. They are called nastikas. Papakarinaha, people who do sinful actions. Sinful actions means hurting others, killing others for one's own gain, sinful actions. Asuranam, people who are not suras, like who are not devas, Dyotanatiti devaha. People who do not shine their light. People who draw light from the world outside, draw the attention from the world outside and keep it to themselves. Asura. Upanishadam dehamatra atma darshana. So, what is their Upanishad? What is their knowledge of the self? They think the body alone is the self. Eva pratipanna asutripaha. Eva pratipanna, asutripaha purushaha parantapa. They are all people whose senses are satiated only by gathering objects. They are not satiated by closing their sense organs and focusing on the divine within. They are called asutripa, means they want to look out into the world through the sense organs. Dehamatra atmadarshanam eva pratipanna asutripaha purushaha parantapa aprapya mam parameshwaram mat praptau na eva ashanka iti. There is no doubt that they do not reach me at all. Mat prapti marga sadhana bheda bhakti matram api aprapya ityarthaha. So they do not go on the path of liberation, that is reaching the self. Nivartante. And if they don't go on that path, what happens to them? They come back. Nischayena avartante. They come back. In Sangeetam, it is called one avartanam. Sari Gama Pada Nisa. One avartanam. 1/8 count is over. Then again, second avartanam. Sani Dapa Magare Sa Talam. In the beat, the avartanam is one full count of 8 or 6 or whatever number we are putting the beats, and then repeating that count. So in the same way, our avartanam of life will increase. We will keep repeating many lifetimes because we are not on the path of liberation. We don't reach that supreme truth. Kva mrityu samsara vartmani mrityu yuktaha samsaraha mrityu samsaraha tasya vartma naraka tiriyagadi prapti margaha tasmineva vartanta ityartaha. So these people go back, they come to naraka. Naraka means you don't need to imagine any hell. Kovasti ghoro narakasvadeha. But Bhagavan Adisankaracharya says, the ghora naraka is one's own body. Naraka, the ka means space, nara means human. The space of being a human is naraka. There is no other greater hell than this physical body itself, where we don't realize that moment to moment we are experiencing pain, we are experiencing suffering, we are experiencing sorrow. We don't experience because it's happening at a very subtle space. It's happening at a very high speed that almost everything looks stationary for us. We don't see the change happening. Like the flight which is moving, there is no matching record for us to have a feedback about the change. So it looks like it is very, very slow, or rather, what is very fast is appearing very slow. Like the flight which travels in the sky will appear as if it stands still because the sky does not offer it any feedback to show that on the ground when you travel by train you can see buildings and trees going behind as the train is moving forward. In the sky there is no other object to see, so you really cannot experience the movement of the flight, and it looks like as if you are standing still in space, as if the flight is parked there. In the same way, Narakatiriagadi Prapti Margaha. The human birth is reached. Otherwise, you become a Tiryag, is horizontal, where the organ of thinking, the brain, the organ of feeling, the heart, the organ of digesting, the stomach, and the organ of reproduction, everything is equally important in one line. It is Tiryag. Tasmineva Vartanta. They will go in the marga, they will go in the path where they have to return in any of these forms. Stutya Arjunam Abhimukhi Kritya Aha. Bhagavan is actually praising Arjuna, and also he is creating a desire for this Brahma Jnana by praising Brahma Jnana, and he is making Arjuna come to a one-pointed focus in understanding the truth that he is going to reveal. Maya tatamidam sarvam jagad avyakta murtina matsthani sarva bhutani nachaham teshvavasthitah न च मत्स्थानि भूतानि पश्य मे योगमैश्वरम् भूतभृन्न च भूतस्थः ममात्मा भूतभावनः. So maya tatam idam sarvam. This whole universe that surrounds us is covered by me alone, which means covered by self alone. Sarvam. What is this Jagat covered with? Jagat means everything that moves in this world. What is it covered with? Avyakta Murtina. I am Avyakta. My form is unmanifest. That unmanifest form is present everywhere in this universe. Matisthani Sarva Bhutani. Every being is in me. Matsthani. Every being resides in me. Nacha aham teshu avastitaha. I am not residing in them. That is, every being is going to sleep in the nights. The night is not present in every being. Every being is sleeping in the nights, or every being is existing in the day. The day is not having any existence in the being. The day is, the night is, and everything else exists in that. Nacha matstani bhutani. No, indeed, matstani bhutani pashya me yogamaishwaram. Just because I am not manifest, everything is existing in me and I am not existing in everything else, you indeed will be able to see my yoga, my manifested integrity, Aishwaram, my lordship, my leadership. Bhuta Bhrita, I bear all the beings. Nacha Bhutastaha, I am not living in all the beings. All beings are in me. I am bearing everything. Mama Atma, Bhuta Bhavanaha. It is myself that gives existence to all beings in this world, all creation in this world. It is because of the Atma that everything exists. Maya, Mama, Yaha, Paraha Bhavaha, Tena Tatam Vyaptam. My supreme state of existence covers this whole existence in this universe. Tatam means covering. Vyaptam, present everywhere. Sarvam idam jagat, in this whole universe. Avyakta murtina, who am I? I am the unmanifest form. Na vyakta murtihi, I am not manifest. You cannot see me outside. I am unmanifest. Swarupam yasya mama saha aham avyakta murtihi. My true form is not outside. It is only within. Tena maya avyakta murtina karana gochara swarupena ityarthaha. I am present in all the sense organs, in the manas, in the mind, in the intellect, in the chitta, the storehouse of all memories, in the ahamkara, the I thought. I am present everywhere. Tasmin mayi avyakta murtau sthitani matstani sarvabhutani brahmadini stamba paryanti. Stamba paryantani. From Brahmaji, the creator, up to the blade of grass, everything is present in me. At the same time, nahi niratmakam kinchit bhutam vyavaharaya avakalpate ataha matstani maya atmana atmatatvena atmavatvena sthitani ataha mayi sthitani iti uchyate. There is nothing else that any creature or any living being can ever do without the presence of the Atma. Therefore, everything is established in me, and it is called Matstani. It is in me. The Paramatma, which is myself, is present in every being as the Atma Tattva, the essence of the self. Therefore, everything is present in me. Tesham bhutanam ahameva atma iti ataha teshu sthita iti moodha buddhinam avabhasate. For the person who does not have this knowledge, tesham bhutanam ahameva atma iti ataha. Since I am that self, sthitaha ataha teshu sthita iti moodha buddhinam avabhasate. The person with a raw intellect who does not know what is the truth will think that I am also present in everything. Ataha bravimi nacha aham teshu bhuteshu avastitaha. Therefore, let me make it clear that I do not exist in everything. Bhuta murtavat samshlesha bhavena akashasya api antaratamaha hi aham. I am very subtle. I am not having a form. I am like the sky. In fact, I am even more subtle than the sky. Nahi asam sargi vastu chit adheya bhavena avasthitam bhavati. This whatever is asamsargaha, that which is not connected, that which is not integrated, an object, will not be the support for everything else. Like if there is an object like this cloth cannot support the universe. This cloth can only support something that can reside in its premises, in its space, but it cannot support this whole universe. So that way, I am the one that supports everything in this universe, and I do not exist in them. Bhagavan is clarifying here. So that we think that Bhagavan is something very small. When you say Bhagavan is very like minute, we may think that he is very small and he is also present in this universe. I am not present in that manner. He clarifies rather. Tatha bhuta bhavanaha bhutani bhavayati utpadayati vardayati iti va bhuta bhavanaha. Bhutani, all the beings which are created with 5 elements, they are all born and they grow and they exist because of this Brahman. Yathoktena shlokadvayena uktam artha drishtantena upapadayan aha. Whatever the meaning of the shlokas that has been told so far is now being given with an example. Yathakashasthito nityam vayus sarvatra go mahan तथा सर्वाणि भूतानि Matstani tyupadharaya. When Bhagavan says, all beings are in me, in what form are they present in me? Like in the sky, which is I, the example. Like the sky, which is the self, air is flowing all around in the sky. In the same way, Nityam Vayuhu Sarvatra Gaha. In every part of space, air flows through. Tatha Sarvani Bhutani Matstani iti Upadharaya. Understand, Arjuna, that in the same way, just as air is existing in space, all beings are existing in me. That is, they don't fill me up. There is a lot of space to move around in me. I am much more than the objects of this universe. Sarvatra Gaha Sarvavyapi. Mahan, very, very great. Vayuhu, the air. Nityam, at all times. Yatha, Akashastitaha, how it is standing in the Akasha and moving around in the Akasha. Tatha, Sarvani Bhutani Matstani iti. All beings are existing in me. Upadharaya. Understand it in this manner. यथा लोके आकाशस्थित आकाशे स्थितः नित्यं सदा वायुः सर्वत्र गच्छति इति सर्वत्र गः महान् परिमाणतः तथा आकाशवत् सर्वगते मयि असंश्लेषेण एव स्थितानि इति एवं उपधारय जानीहि. I'm existing in a very subtle form. All beings exist in a very subtle form in me. So know it, just like how air is existing in space. Evam vayuhu akashe iva mayi sthitani sarvabhutani sthiti tani. If it is only in the existence period, it is like this. Is it so? No. सर्वभूतानि कौन्तेय प्रकृतिं यान्ति मामिकां कल्पक्षये पुनस्थानि कल्पादौ विसृजाम्यहम्. Are they always existing in me? What happens to them? Hey Kaunteya, kalpakshaye, at the end of one period of time, one kalpa, sarvabhutani mamikam prakritim, all beings reach my maya. My maya means the power of sattva guna, rajoguna and tamoguna. Yanti, they reach there at the end of the kalpa. Tani, then at the beginning of the next kalpa, Tani, punaha aham visrujami. I bring them out and I throw them out into this universe in the next cycle of creation also. Sarvabhutani kaunteya prakritim trigunatmikam aparam nikrishtam yanti mamikam madiyam kalpakshaye pralaya kale punaha bhuyaha tani bhutani utpatti kale kalpadau visrujami utpadayami aham purvavat. Just like I did before, even now I bring all beings to creation after the end of one kalpa. Atha evam avidya lakshanam. So what is the nature of avidya? We will see in tomorrow's session of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, through the eyes of Bhagavan Sri Shankaracharya. Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu, Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu, Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kasyat Dukkha Bhag Bhavet, Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya, Tamasorma Jyotirgamaya. Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Boliye Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj ki Jai. Har Namah Parvati Pataye. Hara Hara Mahadeva. Hari Om.